quick question on dehydration. So I think I've discovered that the whole essence of everything that makes me weird and like stuff that I do that's different, I think it all can be attributed to a lack of hydration. I think all of it.
What do you, give me an example of one of these weird things?
I mean, constipation. Like
sore throat for 3 weeks.
Consistent constipation, right?
Yeah, but you hold your stool in for 3 weeks. I mean, there's no way to make that soften up.
But see,
without going more frequently.
Yeah.
But what else? Give me another. What else you got with the fluids?
I'm all out. I forgot.
Well, so you're dissociating.
I remember that it. I remember that it was other stuff that sounded like that. Damn, I don't remember.
Well,
you know what? It was the piss color too.
Oh yeah, that should be clear.
Yeah, that should be clear. Yeah, mine's like a yellow brown.
Yeah, unless you're taking a lot of supplements and things, because that can make it yellowish all day long.
Which I do not.
Okay, so you do. That's good. Ooh, look at this. Look at the P chart. Yeah.
But I was curious. What is worst case scenario? So far, people have only told me kidney stones. What's the worst thing that could happen if you are severely, chronically dehydrated?
In your, are you restricting fluids for some reason?
Restrict? No.
Yeah. Do you get thirsty?
No.
Do you drink throughout the day?
Not really. Like, I mean, I will, but not really.
Here's something that was very interesting to me. So I was in the bathroom like a week or two ago, and I remember on YMH, when we recorded it, we looked up this urine color chart.
Yes.
And Annie was like, "Oh yeah, I'm like on the second or third from like the most right from the brown where it says see doctor or drink water now."
Right.
And so
that's what I'm imagining he's got going on.
So I was taking a shit in the bathroom, and then I hear like someone's at the urinal, and then all of a sudden I hear Annie go like, "Oh man, that is brown." And then I asked him about it afterwards. I'm like, "Hey, I totally heard you." Like, started laughing to myself. And he's like, "Oh, it's actually like darker than the most dark thing on that scale."
Well, no. It's not darker, but it was more towards that than I thought. Like, actually, this one here, this chart seems different to me.
The one where it says "see doctor."
Yeah, I don't think we looked at that chart.
Okay,
we looked at a different one.
The problem
closer to this one, severe dehydration.
Yeah, the problem with brown. This is urine brown, not the brown of YMH talk. Brown urine it can mean blood, and blood in the urine is a really, people don't understand this. Blood in the semen, no big deal. Blood in the stool for a young person, usually a hemorrhoid, something like that. Blood in the urine is a big deal at any age, right? It can mean a nephritis, it can mean a bladder tumor, it can mean a stone, it can mean a million different things, but all of them need attention, right? Now, the brown can also be severe dehydration, and you're just getting the color not quite right. It's really sort of a deep orange, instead of a brown so much.
Yeah.
And that's, you're chronically dehydrated. So let's talk about chronic dehydration in a young person. In a young person, as they've told you, you can precipitate stones if you're prone to stones. It's not as big a deal as you might imagine for a young person. It's not what you would call good for your kidneys, right? Kidneys need to be kind of flushed out, let's say, to keep the concentrating system operating properly and to keep the tubules working properly. And you're stressing the kidney. You can start to develop something called acute tubular necrosis, which is, old people get that easily, okay? So if you're 90 years old and you're dehydrated, you can get kidney failure. Okay, those kidneys can't quite handle that, and you can fall into more problematic dehydration as an older person for a myriad of reasons. Your thirst mechanisms aren't what they should be. Your ability to maintain your blood pressure is sort of off as you get older, so you can shut your kidneys down. Younger, pretty hard to do that. I also worry about sort of brain homeostasis. You can sort of dehydrate your brain, and if you suddenly rehydrate it, it can swell. And when it swells, it can cause a lot of problems. And I was in the desert recently. You guys know about this. When Susan comes in here, in a couple of weeks, we're going to tell more about that story. Let's just say this is something that was pertinent to my experience in the desert.
Dehydration.
I can't say any more than that yet. When did this thing airs in January? This is like when we were talking about The Masked Singer, right? When I had a non-disclosure, I couldn't talk about anything. But I can talk to Susan when she gets here about all the people that I was in the desert with, because now we're allowed to talk about that. I just can't tell what happened. But I will tell you, these sorts of issues are significant when it's 120 degrees and you have limited access to water. It's a big deal. I'm not, how old are you, Annie?
I'm 30.
Yeah, I'm not 30. I'm 64. And the 64-year-old, with these fluid issues, like I said, the 90-year-old gets into trouble like that. 60-year-old also gets into trouble. It's just the nature of aging. The system doesn't maintain its homeostasis and its resiliency to this kind of stress quite the way it should. So at your age, it doesn't worry me so much. But you have to pay attention a little bit to this eventually. And it's not what you call good for you. Okay?
So
and it will help your constipation too to be hydrated, of course. Yes.
I mean, I discovered the cure to that has been weed, so we good with that. But
cure to the constipation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Weed. But all right, cool. So in like 30 years, I'll like drink some more water or some shit. Is that what you?
I'm saying it's good that you're thinking about it.
You really want to avoid the kidney stones, though.
Well, if he has them, do you have them, Chad?
I've had 2 before. It was
They're
terrible.
fun, right? They're fun.
It felt like someone was stabbing a
You've
knife
had
into
them?
my side.
You're raising your hand.
Huh?
You said
I
you
was saying, ooh.
Oh no, they're really bad. No, they're really. You don't even understand how bad they are.
They were
You're
terrible.
It's like getting shot in the back. It really is. It's about the same pain.
People pass out from the pain.
Yeah,
They just
easily.
wake up in the hospital.
Yeah, it's because it's one of the worst pains you can go through.
Yeah, I couldn't walk.
It's all right.
And then they charged me $20,000.
Why didn't you have insurance, dude?
Very funny, huh?
I was broke for most of my 20s. I didn't have that kind of money for insurance.
$200 a month?
No. Not at that point in my life.
Oh fuck, dude. In any event, did you just declare medical bankruptcy or something? What did you do?
I tried. It really put me behind the 8
Yeah,
ball
no kidding.
financially. Like being in your early mid-20s, having like that big of a
Yes,
medical debt.
I get
tried,
it.
Taking care of some of it, but eventually it just got charged off.
Oh,
So-
they just let it go. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
but I mean,
Oof.
it took like 7 years to
my
get
gosh.
off of my financial record.
Oh my God, how terrible.
Yeah.
Well, in any event, keep drinking lots of fluids. You can help prevent the stones. You do anything else to prevent it? You taking any hydrochlorothiazide or anything? No?
He's talking to you, Chad. I think.
Oh.
Chad, yeah, you doing anything else to prevent stones?
No, I mean, I definitely started drinking more water at that point, and I think that
you
has
gotta
helped
do
quite
that.
a bit.
You must do that. And were they calcium oxalate stones? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's the most common thing.
How is it that, sorry, still on kidney stones?
Yes.
But like I've seen the size of some of these things.
Yeah.
How the fuck do those fit through a dick hole? Like how are they not just clogged? Like
Oftentimes they have to go up and get them.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily about passing it through the dick hole, as you say. It hurts more when it goes from the kidney to the bladder, because that tube is smaller.
So the ureter, the tube that goes from, give me a kidney. The tube that goes from the kidney down to the bladder is a very tiny, very delicate thing, and it's full of pain fibers, and you feel it. See the tubes going down? There you go. Just the second row, second from the left is the sort of there. That's just, there you go. Those tubes going down to the bladder. And the stones, it's amazing that the stones get through there, but often they do not. So they either get hooked up at the what's called the calyx, which is the center part of the kidney. It's the yellow, no, other side. In there. It gets hooked in there. Or it gets hooked in the ureter. If it gets to the bladder, it's probably coming out. It's just you'll push it out somewhere or another. But what they do is they either go up and with a basket and grab it, or they crush it with ultrasound. And
a Segura basket.
What?
Apparently, like I think Tom's uncle or something
And invented the basket?
Invented the Segura basket.
No kidding. I didn't know that was what it was called even. Let's look at it. Segura basket.
It's like one of these twisties.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they go up and just capture the stone with that thing. And wow, his uncle was a urologist?
Yeah.
Who knew? So in any event, I think more than not these days, they will crush the stone and turn them into sand, essentially, with the ultrasound. So you get paralyzed, you get a anesthesia, spinal anesthesia, so you don't feel anything, and they just fire sound waves right at the stone and crush it. Yeah, look at these things.
That sounds fine.
2.5 pound kidney stone.
Well, that's crazy. What kind is that?
There's different kinds of.
Yeah, there's all kinds of kidney stones.
Oh.
Most of them are calcium oxalate, but there's urate stones, there's struvite stones.
Which are the ones that are smooth like this?
And that's what I don't know. That
yeah,
that this one up there looks like a struvite stone that you've got there now. It doesn't say. The struvite are the jaggedy ones.
Oh
yeah,
my
like that one.
God.
Looks like coral, right?
Oh my God.
What's the Hey, Eddie, start drinking water, right?
I'll be all right.
Boy, these.
You want to piss out a quarter-sized piece of coral?
Yeah,
Just
man.
blast it out with that fucking sound waves. or
He'll
whatever.
go get it taken care of. That's right.
Yeah.
And he loves seeing doctors.
Could I like when you blast it with the sound waves
Yeah.
and shit?
Yeah.
Could I do it myself? Like, would
No,
I be
no,
like,
no.
Hey, listen, man, give me that. Like,
No. It's a very technical procedure.
All right,
You're
fair
in a
enough.
tank and you're paralyzed and you're in spinal anesthesia. Yeah. So
Wait,
fair enough.
like you go to the hospital and you're like, give me that, or you buy the contraption and just do it at home yourself?
listen.
I was thinking like in the hospital, I'd be like, yo, let me play that like it's asteroids. You know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Why would you
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
why not?
Because it's a video game.
Yeah.
I'm a gamer. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
not only a gamer, he's a DIY dude.
Yeah.
Right. I like it. He's intuitive.
fix
Sort of. What's the word when you can invent things? Inventiveness. Morning, Chomos. Ball bag pain. Since I was a child, I had pain in my left semen producer. Your left testicle that produces sperm, not semen.